I am Ashley Schumann. I was born and raised in Hayward, Wisconsin, and I still live here with my husband Jared and our 2 kids. My husband and I are both involved in just about every facet of the silent sports community. The reason I love Hayward is because of the silent sports community. And it's funny, I was born and raised here, and I've only been involved for 5 or 6 years, and it's probably one of the biggest regrets of living here is that it took me so long to get involved. I started skiing 6 years ago now. My father-in-law called me up. He had actually gotten skate gear to go out and ski, and he wanted me to come with him, and I had nothing. I ended up finding a package for $150 on buying and selling. My gear was way too small. I wanted to enjoy it, but I really didn't because of that, and the next year I invested in a good package. My husband came in at like 11:30 at night and told me he registered me for the Cortolopet because the registration was expiring at midnight that night, and he figured why not. So I skied my first Cortolopet 5 years ago at not quite 5 months postpartum. And I've registered every year since. And I'm registered this year, but I'm not sure if I'll be skiing. Right now I'm on an injury restriction, so I've actually picked up fat biking this season, which is something I said I'd never do. I always thought that my time was limited, and in the winter I wanted to devote it to skiing until I couldn't ski. This actually will be my first year registered for the Fat Bike Birkie. I'm looking forward to that, especially if I can't compete in the Cortolopet, because it'll allow me to still participate in a Birkie event. It was my first year skiing. I was skiing up a tiny little hill at Fish Hatchery. I was hating myself, and somebody came up behind me, passed me, and then stopped at the top of the hill and waited for me. And I was really angry. I just wanted to suffer by myself. And I got to the top of the hill, and it was Mr. Jankel, and it was the winter after he had been diagnosed. And I remember being really surprised that he was out there, because we had all learned about what ALS was and how it ravaged the body, and for him to be out there seemed incredible to me. And he told me that he had to just keep moving. That was how he was going to prolong the onset of the disease, and that's just always kind of been incredibly inspiring to me. So when they sat down and asked us to join Team ALS, there was no question. Being a young mother, having young kids, it's a challenge, there's no doubt. I definitely look forward to when they're older and we can participate in these events with them. The more involved we get in silent sports, the more sure we are that we want to push them that way. You know, a team sport, it ends eventually, but skiing and biking, it's something that they can do for the rest of their lives. I always said when I was done having kids I would train for the Birkie. I think that someday I will do the Birkie. I really enjoy the Cortolopet, especially now that we finish on Main Street. I would encourage anybody who's interested to just go and just do it. Get out there, ski, register for these races. You won't regret it. And when you see me out there, say hi, give me a high five, and we can do this all together.